All right, so most of you know us. We're going to keep this short because Foots is pushing us along. He doesn't want us up here. Thanks, Foots. So most of you know us from Tang Talk, which was a really great success that came out of nowhere. We're just going to tell you a little bit about COVID 42 and the products that we're building, and wrapped up underneath that brand. Tang Talk is really Tang Gang. Where's my Tang Gang crew at? Tang Gang! Woo! Pew, 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 pew. So Tang Talk really kind of came out of nowhere. As many of you who've been following us know, it was me eating cheese whiz sandwiches and my jammies. Kind of cook something up so I can hang with my friend digitally a little more, and hence Tang Talk. So we came from humble beginnings. Those of us who know, the Tang Gang. It really kind of just happened organically, so thanks everybody for all the support on Tang Talk. Really what it is a decentralized communication protocol that we're working on. It's a lot of Naturversal, a lot of cool decentralized stuff that is off-chain and has percolated in some really cool stuff. So that's Tang Talk. This is the first ever podcast that I did with RG3 around Tang Talk, and this is kind of really our roots. I'm gonna let my good buddy Brad, my eloquent friend here, tell you a little bit more about what we're currently doing and where we're going with Tang Talk.
So, as you saw on the last slide, that was the old Tang Talk. That was the original. That was supposed to be kind of a party-style chat, and now we've gone through probably about five renditions, 5 major revisions.
5 or 10.
Let's say it's V5 or so. But if you look up on the screen, this is the current rendition of what Tang Talk is. Tang Talk is a token-gated access dApp that lives inside of an NFT. So as Tim Monkeyzoo was talking earlier, we're kind of moving past the static digital age of NFTs and into more of a dynamic NFT field. So that was kind of the idea that we've been going behind the entire time. We have Juicebox, which is actually in honor of Gene Hoffman with MP3s, the original MP3 player. It has that skin. Memer, you can make memes with it. These all connect to Chia blockchain. You can mint them as NFTs or send them right to X. We've been putting some games, some dApps, some marketplaces. So we're actually starting to create a marketplace where the users themselves, the Tang Gang, can start to be able to create dApps and little apps that are going to be inside of these micro marketplaces, as well as unstoppable DNS that we're working on as well with Mr. Michael Taylor. You'll learn a little bit more about that coming up. So we are currently on 4 consensus mechanisms, all interoperably talking together through 5 chains: Bitcoin, Pulse, Base, Ethereum, and of course, the best of all, Chia. So Draft's going to give you kind of a little light technical overview of Rocket L2 and kind of what it does. This is what all of our base of our technologies are running off of, which makes it interoperable between these different chains, as well as sending communication dApps on Tang Talk.
So yeah, it's we basically found a couple core open source projects that laid the foundation for us to create a communication protocol that was token gated and do all kinds of cool stuff. We started off with a Gun.js DB and we built it up from there. Currently, our platform is a decentralized database with an offline first focus, so it kind of operates a little bit like an L2, and it gives us the ability to be unopinionated about the systems that we work with. So whether it's another blockchain or it's a Web2 traditional system, we have a decentralized database that can interoperably work between them all. And we're gonna touch on Chug a little bit. Tang Gang, shout out bullish. Chug, just Chug it. That's coming. But essentially, what we've ended up with is a really cool tool that we can plug into a lot of different products that we're building, like Dracattus. So, like my name, this is my passion project. It's kind of the project that will never end. We've come a long way from the napkin drawings of Drac to where we are today, and this is underpinned by an enormous amount of research and development and different little playing of protocols and technology. I'm really proud of where Drac is. We've got a long way to go, a lot of new features to bring out, which you'll see here. This is Explore the Isle of 7 Cities. I'm not gonna go into it, we're gonna keep it short, but this is where the fun lives. This is what I'm working on. This is the Isle of the Seven Cities. It is essentially Drac on an overscale, oversized, over-engineered map with too many features for me to explain here and far too much stuff to get into. But Drac is going to be the forever going project. This encompasses everything from blockchain technology to the rocket layer technology. Presentation layers of other people in the industry. We've got Split XCH that we use for the royalty splitting, along with the dynamic minting from Acefail and all the great work he's done. It's evolving into the presentation layer of a whole bunch of different technologies on Chia. So I'm really proud about that.
Brett?
So before we go into Chugel, so how Drac and I met actually was a couple years back on TikTok when he started Dracattus as the game. I was just learning what Web3 was and what NFTs were, and we started connecting by making videos together. And Drac's actually the first person that let me know what Chia was. So I heard about Chia after I got rugged. It was the first time I ever bought Ethereum, and the same day that I bought it, my entire wallet got rugged. I was wrecked. I'm like, I'm getting out of Web3. This is bullshit. I'm like, I can't trust these people. This is trustless. Yeah. You guys know the feeling. You've been there. If you haven't been in Web3 long enough. But anyways, I heard about Chia and the custody features that they're working on. And nowadays we're calling them vaults, and we're talking about clawbacks. And I'm really excited about it. I've been here since the 168-hour space. I've helped run the 207-hour space, weekly spaces, been there through day in, day out, thick and thin. Now we're doing daily spaces every day, 365, rain or shine, doesn't matter what's going on. But that's because of the people inside this room and the people inside the community, because the Chia community is the best damn community out there. This entire city is crawling with tech and crypto people, and this is the smartest damn room in the entire city, I guarantee you that.
Yes.
All right, so that's Koba 42. That's a couple of the products we're working on, but those who know me know that I basically obsess over building things and I don't sleep. And I often talk to a lot of cool chads like Bullish over here, who plant little seeds in my head and cause me to engineer headaches for myself, hence Chugel. So we're just gonna tell you a little bit about Chugel today because it kind of came out of nowhere, last week? Like all of a week ago. And I find myself in this scenario often where I want to get some info from the Chia blockchain that's not necessarily easy to grab without working across this API and this system and grab. So after a really great conversation with Bullish, he inspired me to lean on N8N in the latest kind of work I've been doing with AI and create some workflows and some processes that might simplify this for the onboarding of new people in Chia. So Chia, Google, highly inspired by the Tang gang, woot woot. Basically, behind the scenes is a really grotesque N8N workflow that is still small and infant in its totality of what it's going to be, but what you're seeing on screen is basically where I'm marrying Mint Garden API, Dexy API, and the SpaceScan API into an agent as tooling, so that you ultimately end up with the Chugel interface where you can ask it anything you want to know about Chia. Behind the scenes, this actually has a Google Drive-driven RAG database system, so that within the community, we can all gather together and update the knowledge base on Chia, and it'll flow into here, and we don't have to worry about any expensive or elaborate systems. We can just conveniently do it through Google Drive, which updates the RAG system, which updates the vectors, and ta-da, we have Chugel. So ideally, sometime soon, you should be able to say, here's my transaction, tell me more about it. Here's my NFT, tell me more about it. What is Chia? What is what? In the end, Chugel.it.com will give you the ability to just Chugel it! That's right. So this is another product that we're working on that probably started when I was again in my underwear eating cheese whiz sandwiches down in my office and calling Brad going, dude, I think I just did something. Anyway, so that's Chugel, and I'll let you close out with Koba 42.
Yeah, so we formed this company last year after, like Drac was saying, the sales of Tang Talk, and we've been spreading through these different chains. And so we want to tell you what Koba 42 is to us. And Koba 42 is the company that we formed together. We wanted to come up with a powerful name that really meant something to us. So we came up with Koba 42 because Kobayashi Maru, there's a no-win situation, which we don't believe in. And in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy's Secret to the Universe is 42. So for us, there is no unwinnable situation to the secret to the universe. So that is what we are. We are Koba 42. We're pushing decentralized communications to the next level, and we're here today. We'll be here tomorrow. We love you guys. We love Chia. Keep going. Foods.